I don't know anything about the liquid loan stuff. Here's the thing, right? I hope it's awesome, but it could suck. And usually, a priori, which means like before the fact, it's just safer to assume things are going to suck. So anytime anyone has ever targeted hexagons with any type of coin, the hexagons have always gotten murdered. Hex HXY business, or these, hourglass games, or just all garbage. Like, people target hexagons with crap that harms them. And I just don't. I mean, can you imagine how much trash is going to come out when PulseChain comes out? There's going to be a million rug pulls and scams and garbage and trash that gets launched on it. Just like there was on Ethereum, just like there was on BSC. So I only say nice things about stuff I 100% know is good. Period. So, oh, you have an idea? All right, where's the code? Where's the audits? Where's the no admin keys? Show me. And I don't have time to do that. And usually all of those things they don't have. They usually just suck in every way. So, I see these meme coins targeting hexagons, and I'm just like, okay, so they could either buy the hex ticker symbol and make the hex price go up, or they could buy whatever this bullshit is that you made. It's not the hex ticker symbol. I'm leaning towards the hex ticker symbol that we know is awesome. Very simple for me.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder, your host of the Crypto Wonder podcast. Let's get right into it. Hope you're doing well. So, apparently, there's a sacrifice, another sacrifice for a third-party project. We're not talking about PulseChain, and we're not talking about PulseX. We're talking about something else. A third party that, I've been talking about already. Now, my thing is this. It's simple and plain. I hope it does well. I hope it does well. I hope it works for everybody, everyone involved, because why not? If you're going to have a service where you can obtain loans by over-collateralizing, that's the word, right? Your Pulse token, so that you don't have to incur, capital gains, and you can use the loan however you wish, and basically never sell, then that's a plus. Never sell your Pulse tokens, then that is a plus. I've been in crypto for a few years though, yeah, I'm still gonna err on the side of caution and watch what they do as far as like how the system works in the long term, because I'm in it for the long haul. You know what I mean? And I hope it benefits everybody. I really do. But my thing is, someone left a comment telling me that, I'm ignorant because I'm not doing the research. And the I had to laugh because by the time I'm talking about something, I've done, trust and believe, I've done my fair of investigation and research. I've done enough, and I'm okay, in a sense where I'll watch what happens, because they're supposed to launch sometime after Pulse chain launches. So we'll see what it does. Sometime from now, we'll see what it does, because again, this is about long-term generational wealth building and preservation. If this can complement, if liquid loans can complement everything going on within the Hex ecosystem, the PulseChain, PulseX, If liquid loans could do that, then it's a plus. But until then, because see, the thing is this, and this is, I'm understanding what I was told was, the founders of liquid loans are day one Hexicans, day one Hex OGs, or whatever. And the thing with all that to me is, well, okay. And seeming like supposedly they're doxxed, they've been doxxed. Okay, that's good. There have been a lot of, I mean, like, what's preventing you or stopping you, or maybe at this point they have, but have you guys had a sit down or a live stream with Richard? Has anyone reached out to Richard to really, speak to the man? Because in November of 2020, I'm sorry, November of 21, last year, a couple months ago, 2 months ago, he mentioned that he didn't know anything about liquid loans. And this is something that's supposed to be founded by day one Hexicans, day one Hexican OGs. And the man knew nothing about it. And at that time, preferred to have the Hex community safe by just dealing with Hex, because the Hex community has been scammed before by previous bad actors who presented projects to the Hexican community and caused them to get inadvertently and directly wrecked. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? The man requested audits, prove that you have no admin keys, right? Show the code, show that it works. He doesn't have time to vet everything. So that's it. Like, everyone wants to get rich and preserve their wealth. Everyone. That's the reality. And if liquid loans is 100% legitimate, I'm on board 100 grand. Like, I'm on board. And when I say 100 grand, not literally like putting 100 grand, I'm just saying figurative speech. I'm on board 100%. Not only that, and I will talk about it. If it works, I'm going to talk about it. But until then, I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to watch. Because it only makes sense to me. If why wouldn't you want Richard to talk favorable, because you've given him the information and shown him how the thing works and whatever. You give him the information he's looking for and you keep it moving. And then it's a win for everybody. It's a win for everyone. Richard has proven himself with Hex. There's no denying that. I don't know how these founders have proven themselves with crypto in the community, as far as like allowing people to receive so much value that has changed their lives for the better, similar to what Hex has done. What value have these guys brought? What value have these founders of liquid loans brought? But now it's about sacrificing crypto for their project. Not PulseChain and PulseX, but for a third party. Sacrificing for liquid loans. Meanwhile, we're still waiting on PulseChain and Pulse, and we're still in the sacrifice period we're still in the sacrifice for PulseChain, even though the bonding curve is disgusting. And PulseX is still active. But people are going to do what they're going to do, because it's their right. Folks have a choice to do whatever. They have the choice to do whatever they want with their money. Throw it into whatever. But at that, at gamble, whatever. Do whatever you want. But my thing is, I'm just going to err on the side of caution and exercise a little bit of logic. And this is not about, one person put a comment that I'm flooding. Another one put a comment that, I'm gatekeeping PulseChain. How in the natural world could a small person like me gatekeep a blockchain from having projects on top of the chain? How can anyone do that? No one could stop anyone from interacting with the blockchain. Richard Hart, the founder, can't stop anyone. Can't stop good actors and bad actors from jumping on the blockchain. Like, people just want to deflect, because they don't like to hear things that make sense. And I get it. And hey, listen, viewer or whoever you look, thank you for the content and thank you for watching. But it is what it is. I'm not here to like present craziness to the world. Like this, things have to make sense. Things just have to make sense. If Richard Hart, all the best he could do is warn people of all the scams that have happened to people, how people have gotten wrecked, legitimately lost their money with no recourse, next to no recourse, because crypto is the wild, wild west, then that should tell you something. That's all he can do. People are going to do what they're going to do regardless. But I'm just going to use ultimately it's about this, like if Richard could say something nice about liquid loans, isn't that a plus? The last I heard out of all his streams, he hadn't said anything after November. Like he didn't speak about liquid loans since. Why? I mean, really, why? What are you guys doing? Like people are pooling their monies to sacrifice right now. And your sacrifice date for liquid loans is unannounced. It's unannounced, and people are pooling their resources together, getting ready to sacrifice for liquid loans because they love the idea of over collateralizing their loans because it's needed. This is something that's needed. So if you're legit, put your best foot forward and make the attempts to reach out to the man. Like you've already done tons of streams with all kinds of people who didn't create Hex. Why don't you do a stream with the man who founded and created Hex? Why don't you create the stream? Why don't you do a live stream with the man who's creating PulseChain and PulseX? Do that. Like it only makes sense. It only makes sense. Having live streams with different people in the community, it's just all it does is just spreads messages and words and people, it generates some type of FOMO. Because folks just want good things. People want to be able to have something that works for them. They want to be able to get into something that's going to respect their money, respect their time, respect their value. Especially if you're offering and you're offering value. But if that's not it is what it is. Until you speak to Richard, I don't know, it's question mark all day. It's going to be like the Riddler. Question marks dangling in the air. Like I'll just be watching from the sideline, holding my stuff, holding mine, because I'm trying to preserve what I got. I've already been wrecked in 2017 with countless ICOs, and 2018 countless ICOs. I learned from that mistake. I learned. I'm not saying you guys are, shady or whatever, but meet the man. You see how personable he is, right? He's reachable. You guys are day one Hexicans. You got to have some juice, right? You well known in the community, right? You got to have some pull. You've been streaming with people, right? That should count for something. He said the name of your project. He said he didn't know anything about it, so maybe if it'll help for him to know a little more about it. Maybe it'll help. And if it's on the level, if it's legit, if it's just, authentic and real, 100%, everyone wins. Is Richard getting ready to sacrifice for liquid loans? Yeah, we could say he's wealthy. He doesn't need money, but who wouldn't mind making money no matter how much money you have, right? Who wouldn't mind making more money? So I say it again. Is Richard Hart ready to sacrifice into your liquid loans project?